Let me just tell you, and anyone else who's interested, what moving around is like, because I've done a lot of that in the last year, Dennis. Trust me, bro. It's not all of that, man. You don't want to do that, bro. Okay, it's cool. It's so cool, and everyone's gonna think it's so like, oh, I work online and I can go be a digital nomad. I can work from anywhere, bro. I can work from anywhere. I don't even need to work anymore. Look at where I am. I moved around the world. There's a reason why I'm back here. Like, I'm not broke or anything, right? Like, you've seen how many students we have in Adonis School. Everyone paid for that stuff, right? So you know how much money I've just made. It's a good amount, right? Let me tell you, moving is one of the worst things that you can do for your productivity. Especially if you're moving every 1 to 2 to 3 months, bro. It is horrible for your productivity because it takes around over a month to get into like the really good flow of work where you wake up, you brush your teeth at the same time, you go to that gym, you go to that shop, you go here, you know where everything is. I know that it seems that you can just go travel and the next day you can work, bro. All the people who are traveling in Thailand, all the people who are traveling around the world, backpacking and doing like doing the little cafe stuff, bro, they do in 1 week less than I can do in 90 minutes because their brains are just fried. If you need to go to the cafe and order a little coffee and just spending time, get a little picture for Instagram and okay, moving the laptop here and here and here, bro, you don't realize like the person who's doing that compared to the guy who's just like working in the same place for 1 year, destroyed, absolutely decimated in the game of business. Business is a competition. Imagine the athlete who for every workout, he has to go to another new gym. That would be horrible. Now, sure, like some athletes, they do some sponsored event every now and then, but like they've got the same coach, the same nutritionist, they eat the same things, routine, schedule, like ritual. That's how they become successful. But this novelty thing of like, 1 month in Italy, 1 month here, like this can be a nice experience if that's what you desire. But you've not said in this call like, oh yeah, but I like the Italy weather or like the food in Italy, you don't give a fuck about that, bro. Like you've not mentioned it once, right? So you can't cope and say like, oh, but I like traveling. Like, so you don't actually want to travel. First of all, that's actually a truth because you've not actually said at all that you want to. Now, sure, some belief might be in your mind of like, oh, but traveling would be kind of fun and stuff, sure. But you don't actually want to. That is not your list of priorities. You've not mentioned it once that you actually would do. You've said that you essentially would like, you'd do it just to kind of stay with your girl. You don't think that that's the best way to live. You don't think that that's the best way to be aligned to your mission and your goals. But you'll do it just to stay, to like follow around the kitten. The kitten's just exploring around the house and stuff, and you're chasing after it. Like, oh yeah, you want to go sit on the floor? I'll go sit on the floor. Oh, you want to go sit on the toilet? I'll go sit on the toilet. Oh, in the garden? Okay, let's go. You're just chasing around the kitten, just chasing around, and she's just exploring herself. She wants to do some time here, and then she runs away from you, and you're like, you're trying to find her underneath the bed, and she's already left. You're just chasing after her all this time. I think you want the kind of relationship where you're there, like, correct me if I'm wrong, right? I might be wrong, but you're there, focused on your goals, focused on your mission. You said working really hard so you can provide for your family. And the kitten just walks over and like climbs on your lap and he's just like, like snuggling up to you and like watching you work and stuff. I don't think you want to play the cat and mouse game. I don't think you want to play the chase game. Am I right? So using the analogy, for half of the year, you kind of are together in the same country, same city, you can spend time with each other, but for the other half of the year, she's just going everywhere, but you're not chasing her during it. I think that's a lot better than chasing her around. Certainly go and take some holidays and, take 2 days off the work, take 3 days. Certainly 100%. Go, I'm not saying that you should just work 24/7. I'm, still get good sleep, still rest and stuff. These things are normal. Go take a few days to go travel, like, to go take a holiday or something away from work. That's fine. But moving around and like saying to yourself like, oh, but I'll move there with her, but I can still do my work there. Your work there is not going to be anywhere near as good. So you understand that. So then now you're asking, what if you stay here and you just kind of enjoy the time that she's here, but also just kind of let her go? It's not even about what I think about it. I want you to imagine the same analogy. For 6 months, the cat's with you, okay, sweet. But for the other 6 months, you've got to let the kitten go play. Can you sit here and work and not be anxious and not be scared and not be worried that the kitten's in there by herself? that the kitten's jumping around, is she going to be safe? What is she doing? Do you trust the kitten to act right? Has she shown you that she's trustworthy 100%? Do you have 100% trust in her? Can you focus on your stuff whilst the kitten's in another room and you don't know what the kitten's really doing? And sure, you can speak to her every now and then, but are you going to be sat there by yourself wishing that being worried and distracted, and suddenly it's like, sure, you're sat here, but like you're not even like being able to focus a lot now. And then the fact, like, again, do you want to live that kind of life where you have a kitten which doesn't even spend time with you?